All right, traders, we're doing a FCT today here at Factom. This is one of those pairs where I don't believe you can price it versus the dollar. No, so unfortunately we got to do it versus Bitcoin. It's had some pretty big percentage moves relative to BTC. We do have a monthly cycle actually developing. This is one of the altcoins. It's been around. Pretty well-known project that's been around for a decent amount of time. So you're already starting to get a monthly cycle developing. That's pretty low. When we go to the weekly level, this weekly chart, it's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of sideways action. I mean, you're above the bands here, made new highs, only to fall to a new low. The bands were all negative. You went back positive. The bands laid on top of each other here, which is indicative of a range trade. This was a nice bull run we had here in the spring into the summer, followed by 80% retrace. And then it's just been pretty soft and sideways since we took out this low right here around, what is that, 400,000 sats. So I think there's really no bull market here until you get back above the bands. So this has got to get above that 400,000 level versus BTC daily. There's your pie line showing you that you're in the southern hemisphere. That just is what it is. You wait for the bands to go positive, and then sometimes you get a rally here. But this was, this daily rolled over way back here in the summer of last year. Was nothing but lower highs all the way until December. And then you had a nice run. This was a big intraday move. You couldn't close above pi. And we're just been in another long-term down cycle. So I really would rather see price get it back above 400,000. And then, then that'll show you. We'll see what Bitcoin's doing. I mean, if BTC is rallying strong, it's going to be hard to get this chart to move. It'd be nice to price it versus the dollar to really see what it's doing. Guess we're going to have to wait for rhythm before we can do some decent charting on that. So anyway, guys, I think if you go to the 4 hour, it's going to be more of the same. Intermediate term is just going to be bearish. Just lower highs and lower lows. So if you're playing from the long side, that's not what we want to try to do. We want to try to go with these coins that have long-term uptrends and intermediate-term uptrends. And right now, you don't have either. So this coin's got to prove itself more to me before we would commit any capital. If you do continue to get back down to levels around 100,000, 150,000 sats, then that's a different story. Then maybe it does warrant nibbling a little bit. But there's a difference between nibbling and being aggressive. And you don't want to tie up your capital in assets that aren't moving in your favor, that aren't rising. You waste your time, the opportunity cost. That's just not where you're going to get performance and alpha. So maybe I would revisit this, take a look at it, see what's happening in the Bitcoin market to maybe take a shot down here a little bit lower. But yeah, that's that.